5 things you missed in Tottenham 2, Arsenal 0. There you guys go, the North London derby ended in a massive Arsenal L, as Arsenal got Jose Mourinho with Heung-min Son and Harry Kane of course getting the goals. And so with Arsenal now being 15th in the Premier League, there are many questions to be asked Mikel Arteta, his tactics and of course his man management. So with that being said guys, welcome back to your boys channel, and of course I'm not happy, but let's get into this video regardless, and let's get into the 5 things that you guys missed. Here we go. Yo, what is going on guys? My name is Babs14 and welcome back to your boys channel. Before we get into the video, so make sure to go down there, smash the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new as well. On a more positive note, thank you very much for 30,000 subscribers. Honestly, it means the world. Get your thoughts in the comments below, let me know your thoughts on the game and anything that you guys need to discuss. But with that being said, Arsenal have lost 2-0 in the North London derby. I am angry as well as very disappointed. Let's get into the 5 things you missed and let's discuss the game. The first thing that we need to discuss is Cross FC. Forget Transfers FC, forget Arteta and trust the process FC. We're talking about crossing Arsenal Football Club. It is the only tactic at the moment that we have going forwards to try to make a chance. So much so that in this game, Arsenal in total had 44 crosses in 90 minutes of football. And that isn't just a coincidence. In our last game against Wolverhampton Wanderers, we had around 35 crosses in that game as well. So this is clearly a setup from Mikel Arteta. And that means that Arsenal are the team top of the list in terms of most crosses into the box this season. The issue I have is not crossing. The issue I have is how many of those crosses actually hit the target. How many times do we get the ball, cross it in, either evades every single player or it can't even beat the front post. And I'm looking at you, Hector Bellerin. You know, learn your throws as well, because that's also a shambolic thing. And so for me, what I am seeing right now is Mikel Arteta's Arsenal and himself, he is panicking as a manager going forwards. He is that desperate to score goals that he is willing for his team to just throw it into the middle and just hope for the best. Inshallah, Aubameyang might score. It isn't working right now. And it's not just about it not working. Aubameyang and Lacazette just don't suit crosses in the middle. Aubameyang has only scored 3 headed goals in his entire Arsenal career. The man scored 70 plus goals, so he's clearly not a guy who scores a lot of crosses. On one side, you know what, I do kind of have a bit more sympathy for Mikel Arteta, because no real tactics can create chances. In terms of how teams create chances, down to the player on the ball and his final pass. Arteta can't tell a guy to make a perfect cross. It is down to the player to make the cross and find his man, and that is where I have some slight sympathy for Mikel Arteta. But then on the other hand, I have to criticize this predictable style of football. It is boring, and of course Jose Mourinho knew exactly what was going to happen. We are simply not playing to the strengths of our attack. We are panicking and we're just hoping for the best, and that is not what I want to see ultimately. And so there's only now 2 options for Mikel Arteta. The first thing you need to do is find variation in your attack, because ultimately 44 crosses and you ain't scored all game just goes to show how bad you are and how bad the crosses are as well. And secondly, if you are going to persist with this style of football, then go out there in January and sign a player that suits that. I'm talking Olivier Giroud. At this point, if you're going to play like this, I will take him back as well, and it hurts me to say that. But yeah, overall 44 crosses in a game of 90 minutes is not good enough, especially when you don't score. So lads, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Moving on to the second thing lads, and that is lack of final pass. The story of Arsenal's life for the past season, boy, this is getting boring and very repetitive. To give you some context today, Arsenal had 36 touches in the opposition box. Tottenham had 6, yet Tottenham scored 2 goals and Arsenal only had 2 shots on target. How can we have 36 touches and only 2 shots on target? It doesn't make sense anymore. And it isn't just that, we are also 20th now, the worst team in the league in terms of chances created. We have scored less goals than Fulham. Oh my god, what is going on? And ultimately it shows Arsenal's fundamental issue. It is the lack of a player that can find the final pass, that can pick out a man and help Arsenal get the goal. I mean, we do have a German international 5-time player of the year, a world-class former playmaker just sitting at home kind of playing Fortnite, but hey, we're going to forget that for now. But also right now, with our lack of confidence in front of goal, it doesn't help because Arsenal players just don't want to shoot. We get in position to shoot, we just don't want to pull the trigger, and Aubameyang is the prime example today. And ultimately for this, the resolution has to be January. January is calling, the Transfers FC is soon returning, and I'm very excited because because I know Arsenal are gonna sign players because they need to sign players. So lads, get in the comments and let me know what players do you want to see Arsenal sign to address and finally address this creative final pass issue. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Moving on to the third thing, lads, and that is Thomas Partey mission failed. I said abort the mission, it did not work, it was a failure. The simple fact of the matter was Thomas Partey was meant to be out for 6 weeks. He'd been out for 2 weeks, but he had 4 weeks left to be back into Arsenal's first team training. And so with him being ruled out until at least next month, somehow and some way, my man turns into Undertaker and dung, he's there in the kickoff starting lineup. And this was always going to go two ways. Either Thomas Partey was going to have a world-eater game, not get injured again, not aggravate his injury, and Arsenal would somehow win the game, or it was going to go the other way, which the way it went, and that was Arsenal lost the game and Thomas Partey aggravated that injury once again. We don't know how long he's going to be out for now. The funniest thing was about this though is Thomas Partey wasn't fit, and yet he was still a country mile clear of any other midfielders on the pitch for Arsenal. But one thing I have to say, and I have the kind of criticism for, is the way he just walked off the pitch midway through a Tottenham counter-attack. I love you, Thomas Partey, you know I love the Partey, but as a professional footballer, you have to be a bit more clever there. I understand that you're injured, you might be hurting yourself, but you either go down and kind of ask for the players to get the ball out, or you do something else, so you just don't walk off the pitch. And you can see Mikel Arteta pushing back on the pitch. And also what doesn't help is the Arsenal overload in attack. I mean, what were we doing? What were we doing? We literally played ourselves into the trap of Jose Mourinho. But yeah, in terms of Thomas Partey, for me, this is also not just poor coaching, but poor man management. If you know the player is not fully fit, don't start it. I know the fans are begging. As fans, we can't complain. But we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't have the history of the health records. You do. And if he wasn't fit, he shouldn't have started. And maybe he did just cost Arsenal the second goal, which ultimately killed the game off. But yeah, lads, get in the comments and let me know your thoughts on Thomas Partey and his management by Mikel Arteta. Moving on to the fourth thing, lads, and that is Arsenal defeats Arsenal. Congratulations to Tottenham Hotspur, I hate to say it, but yeah, you man, you know, of course you got the win, and fair play to you guys. But if I am to be truly honest, were you the best side today? No, you weren't. You were good in parts, you had some very good moments, you were very clinical, but overall, I didn't see nothing special from Tottenham. In terms of Mourinho's tactics, they got the early goal. It was a fantastic goal from Heung-min Son. You can question the closing down and also how he gets through in the first place, but as soon as they scored the goal, Mourinho's tactic was so simple. It was sit back and let Arsenal defeat Arsenal, because that's what we do. We inflict damage to ourselves. We are finding solutions for problems that we're creating, and that is why we struggle in the build-up phase so much. We're looking for sideways, we're looking for angles, we're looking for triangles. Forget the triangles, forget the circles, forget the squares. Just pass the ball forwards. It is not hard, for God's sake. And for me, ultimately in this game, Arsenal created their own issues, and Tottenham were clinical going forwards, but we gave them the initiative by playing so high and exposing themselves defensively so much as well. And this is something that's become a sign of Mikel Arteta's Arsenal so far this season. We are overcomplicating way too many times in too many games. And for me, Arteta needs to make it a bit more simple. Go back to basics right now, because right now whatever you're doing isn't working, it's hurting, and it's going to hurt you as an Arsenal manager. And so I'll go back to it. The January window of 2021 cannot come soon enough, and for me it will be defining of Mikel Arteta as the Arsenal manager. So can we just fast forward? It would be massively appreciated. Please God, give it to us. And moving on to the fifth and final thing, lads, and that is the difference in terms of quality over top 6 side. Overrated is this Arsenal squad. Shambolic is how we play. And embarrassing is what you are, most of the players that wear my beautiful Arsenal kits. The issue for me in the current Arsenal side is not only do we have a lack of special players, but we also have way too many weak links. Hector Bellerin, not good enough. Rob Holding, not good enough. Granit Xhaka, not good enough. But the thing is, this has been an issue for way too long now. It's not just Arteta, it's not just Emery, it's also Arsene Wenger, the father of Arsenal, lads. It's been too long. But when you have such weaklings, we've had them in the past with players, but what we had back then was special players that can bail you out when you needed them most. We had Sanchez, we had Ozil, we had Fabregas, we had Van Persie, even Samir Nasri, and forget about Bergkamp Henry, that was a long time ago now. And so if you look at the top 6 sides, especially Tottenham today, even they have those 2 special players, Heung-min Son, Harry Kane. I envy it, I'm jealous of it, because what they have is what we need at Arsenal. And this has become a theme with the big 6 sides. United have have Fernandes and Pogba to bail them out. Chelsea have Ziyech and Havertz and Werner and Co to bail them out. City have De Bruyne and Co as well. Liverpool have Mane, Salah, Firmino, and now man like Jota as well. Ask yourselves the question, who is Arsenal's special players, the ones can change the game like that? We don't have it anymore, and that is the most painful thing for me as an Arsenal fan. But also saying that, lads, I'm not going to let Arteta slide today. Yes, we've got a bad squad. It's not as good as what we thought it was, but we're also not the 15th worst side in the Premier League. We should not be outscored by Fulham. Bro, have you seen them play? They can't even take penalties. And that's what you've got to ask questions of Mikel Arteta, and now that's where he's got to sort it out. And so looking at it right now, I don't think he's going to be sacked, but what Arsenal need to do is give this guy some sort of ultimatum. Get a certain amount of points by January, and if you don't get them, Mikel, I'm sorry, it hurts me to say it, but it may just be time to go. But ultimately, I hope to God Mikel can turn it around before January, because once that window opens, so much needs to happen. Players need to go, players need to come, and I cannot wait for that, but Arteta needs to survive until that period as well. But yeah, guys, get your thoughts in the comments and let me know your thoughts, your honest thoughts on Mikel Arteta, and do you think he's the guy for Arsenal, or are you, like a few fans now, starting to say it's time to go? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But yeah, overall, Tottenham 2, Arsenal 0, an embarrassment, a disgrace, and Hector Bellerin, bro, learn how to throw a ball. But there you guys go, we're going to end it there and there. If you have enjoyed the video so much, go down there, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button as well. It'd be massively appreciated. Get your thoughts in the comments below and let me know anything that you would like to discuss. And while you're down there, make sure to go on my social media, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and also subscribe to my group channel, The Offsiders. That would be massively appreciated as well. But with that being said, guys, Arsenal have lost the North London derby away from home. It was embarrassing with 15th in the league, 44 crosses. And yeah, we move on, and yeah, Depression FC is back. I'll see you guys very soon with some new content in a bit.